What up? What up? We back for another episode. Culture development. It's your boy Rome the Ruler.
I'm Nick Franklin, a social introvert.
We about to get into it.
About to get straight into it.
Yeah, because I'm a little fired up today, but my boy.
Yeah, what you got going
I'm a
on,
little
man?
fired up, man.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
We've been having progress with these clips and getting views and everything, but one thing in particular
Okay.
is we had a nice clip that we talked about pulling your pants up, and I specifically said, stop calling thug behavior black behavior or
Yeah.
thug stuff, black stuff.
Yeah, thug stuff, black stuff.
We got backlash for that, man.
Yeah, we did. We did get a little bit of backlash.
Now we got more good than bad.
Absolutely.
But how can you fight that state? How can somebody take thug behavior is not black behavior and get mad at that?
Man, because I feel like they want to overcompensate.
Yeah.
They want to overcompensate. They don't want to live in a place of accountability and reality.
Accountability.
Yeah, like accountability just again, like when we did our segment about that, when you got somebody, when you're outside with a ski mask on, no matter whether it's hot or cold outside, if you out walking around in a group of guys with ski masks on, I cannot think that you're a safe person to be. Like, you're not the type of person where I would say, hey, can y'all watch my kids real quick while or can you know make sure nobody mess with my stuff if I'm at no.
No.
You're dangerous.
Absolutely. That looks threatening.
Right.
You can't defend that behavior. We can't defend thug behavior and say, well, that's just how it is. That's our culture. Gang culture is not our culture, man. Like it's so to play into the stereotype is literally killing us.
Yeah, it's killing us bad. And like you said, we're playing right into it, giving it up for free, right? Like, oh well, this is where I'm from, this is what we do. I'm from over here, this is how we move over there. That's a choice that you're choosing.
Yeah.
To behave that way. Like I said, I'm nobody's dumb, right? You not it is hard growing up in dangerous environments.
It is.
Nobody's sitting here saying like that you got to be perfect in everything that you do. Nobody's saying that, you know, I get that like there's points in time when I believe that some people make certain decisions out of survival and necessity. But to carry that into your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, like
it's ridiculous.
What are we you got to be doing something else.
And to be a person in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, and to not hold the kids accountable and teach them like, hey, listen, young blood, that's not gonna work. That crip culture, that blood culture, that's bad.
Right.
But to defend that is like, man, what they said in there, it was like, no matter what we wear, that's not gonna stop a bullet. They still gonna shoot us. First of all, you dummy. Nobody's telling you that wearing a suit is going to bulletproof your life from getting, shot or pulled over or anything.
Correct.
But we're saying let's combat certain stereotypes.
Yeah.
Why would you say to a young man, wear whatever you want, do whatever you want, act however you want, because no matter what, you're a threat. You're going to get killed. That's stupid. That's dumb talk.
It is. It's dangerous.
Yeah, because you're literally giving them no hope.
No hope.
You're like, yo, it don't matter, yo, we're done. Like we're a failed people.
You're born black, so you're gonna be able to attain nothing because of that. Simply,
you might as well tell them, go out and rob people, man. Go out and sell drugs. Jay-Z got a song that I love called "Open Letter," and he snapped on that song because what he said pretty much is, he said, "Oh, you want me to?" Yo, you want me to turn up the culture? He like, man, I'll go out here. I'll give a kilo to Chief Keef out of spite. I just might flood these streets because he's combating, kind of talking about the stuff we're saying. He like, what do you? I'm trying to give y'all a game. Do you rather me tell you, let's just go be destructive?
right?
Let's destroy our culture? No, I'm telling you, pull your pants up because we're bigger than that. We're better than that. And if we don't hold each other accountable for the little things like dressing appropriately, then how can we hold each other accountable for the murderous acts and the drugs and the violence that comes with the stereotypes that that are associated with our culture.
Yeah. Nah, we can't. It's impossible to hold someone accountable when number one, you can't look in the mirror, right? You got to be able to say, "Yo, you don't want you don't want to live in a neighborhood with people that dress like that,
No,
that act like that behave like that." And so, why would you be encouraging people to do the same thing? You know, I realize often that they when it comes down time to have these tough conversations, we go back to, again, like you said, yo, it's the culture. That's just how we do things. And not to get on the dress thing a million times. Yo, you can get fly, look good, be cool, do your thing, put the drip on, but you don't have to be like scary dangerous.
yeah,
Again, we've already said it. So, like, entertaining that the comment, like, will dressing nice stop people from hating you? Absolutely not. But what you can do is you can disarm someone.
yes.
And I think that's the thing that we got to realize is, again, I'm a no conform, don't conform. Do what live how you want to live, but like the right way.
We're not telling you to go get American Eagle jeans
Yeah,
and
nah.
and boat shoes and start. What we're saying is simply care about your appearance.
Care about how you look. Care about how you look when you leave the house.
Care about your
Yeah.
appearance, man. It's simple.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you the video or the picture on Facebook with the young boys and young girls getting their first day of school.
First day of school.
Oh, they out here, the boys' pants down here. The girls got on mini skirts. They sitting there, they all holding money like
Stacks
this.
of money.
Everybody middle fingers is up. That's not culture.
That's not culture.
Any one of us looking at that picture is not like, yeah, no, I want my kids to do that.
That's why I want my daughter to leave on first day of school.
You
Not
get
not
what
at
I'm
all.
saying?
Not
But
at all.
that's as simple as that is. We're just simply saying, dress how you want your pastor to see you, your grandmom to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Dress like you going to a job interview.
Right.
We don't need to be promoting problematic behavior because then we're giving people a pass to be like, I told you.
I told you. Yeah.
I told you that's just their nature.
That's just them.
That's just what it is.
And then we get our feelings hurt when you look at the comments on some of the things we see on the internet, and it said usual suspects. Comments like that. Comments like,
Mm.
I didn't do nothing. NUFFIN. You know, um, it really, you get mad, but it's like, what are you doing to do something different? We have got to be accountable. We've got to make some change, man, because, again, it's a way out. Listen, and I'm gonna say this too, bro. If the hood was such a great place,
Mm-hmm.
why does everybody that quote unquote the culture idolizes done everything in their power to get out of
To
it?
get up out of there.
If it was so great, why is everybody trying to get away from the hood? It blows my mind. Like, we have it's contradicting.
Very contradictory.
This place is so glorious that you work this hard to get all this money to get away from it and never look back. But it's amazing.
And that's the trauma part, right? So
Yep.
let's talk about this, right? Trauma is not a free pass.
It's not a free pass at all.
All right. Just because you come from the hood doesn't mean your grown ass can just go around and be like, but I'm from here.
Right.
Like the Compton gang culture, right? It kills me how many dudes just go around, yeah, from the west side, we Compton this, Compton. I'm like, dude, you're a grown man.
50, 40.
And
Right.
y'all are still out here talking about gang stuff?
Right.
You promoting it like you the hardest thing out. Look, I get it, man.
Yeah.
You came from a traumatic situation or the hood, whoop de whoop. Nobody cares. You're a grown up.
You're an adult.
Just as hard as you pressing and you throwing up and you doing it, do something else with your life.
All right, right. Like you said, by the time you're at a certain place in life, I can't. Again, I'm gonna call you an adult-sized boy
Straight up.
because you're not. Men don't behave that way.
No.
We don't have time. Like, our lives are consumed with so many other things that have nothing to do with, like, any of that, and it's frustrating to sit back and watch, and it's like, so for example, again, in the education in school, the parents come in, and it's like, I see it, I get it, all right. But when you become an adult, you build your own life. Starting from the day you're an adult. Even if you're still in school, technically, like you start to build your own life. Let's just say you grew up in the worst neighborhood in the world and you've come from the poorest of the poor and you're in poverty. You don't have to stay in that situation.
Mm-mm.
There's so many options for you to to make it out, to win, to have victories, to have small successes. You don't have to stay burdened down all the time.
No,
Like any trauma that comes to you as an adult is a result of your action.
absolutely.
No matter what. Like every so you go out to the club, you partying, whatever, everything is all good, and you go out with your friends and your friend gets into a fight and then somebody gets shot in the parking lot. You chose to go out. You could have stayed home.
Yeah.
You know how your friend behaves.
Y'all should have took your ass and walked away. Why y'all out here fighting?
Everybody knows when they've hit that point, or when we've all had that friend where we're like, hey man, come on, it's
Yeah,
time to
like
leave.
you wilding
You're
out.
doing too much, it's time to go. Or you had that friend that was always going out looking to get into something. You chose to go out with them. So that is a choice that you made. If you commit a robbery and then you go to jail, you can't blame the system.
No.
That's not the system's. You chose to commit that robbery. You chose to carry that gun around, illegally, knowing that you shouldn't possess it. Now, we not to go on too far of a side tangent. We love our guns. We talk about it.
Yeah. But
And
it's acting appropriate with the gun. That's for self-defense.
that is for self-defense.
When I'm carrying my gun, I'm not looking to rob the next person.
Right.
I'm not going to be like,
Oh,
that's a nice car right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, you see his watch?
Right.
That's not what we doing.
Nah.
It's simply you run up on me the wrong way, I'm gonna protect mine.
I'm gonna protect mine. And I'm gonna ask the tough question. And this one hits a little tough.
Come on.
How when you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you get yourself together, put the gun on. It's part of the wardrobe, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to word this, but is that not for other black men? Is that not the reason why you carry the gun because of black men?
Dang, that's deep.
You don't carry it. You don't carry it for somebody else outside of your culture. You don't carry that gun for that reason.
The average person, the average black man, is more afraid of another black man.
Right. So you carry the gun because you're afraid that you're gonna have to shoot another black man. That's the reason why. Not because you're worried about the KKK or the Proud Boys, and you're not worried. That's not what you're concerned about.
Them young boys in the hood, when they get up and they go get them guns and doing stuff, it's for another black man.
That is the sole purpose of carrying the gun.
And when we sit here and say, y'all stop acting like that, stop doing that, we're bad.
We're the bad guys. They want to shoot us for saying it.
Yeah, no, it's somebody to run down, bro. The way it was in the comments, bro, they put the one comment and they put the tap dancing Bugs Bunny. I'm like, dude, y'all calling me a tap dancing N-word? You know what I do for the black community? I'm here for that. This is the purpose.
This is why we're here.
Cultural development.
Yeah.
What y'all doing? Oh, you in the you're writing comments on Instagram.
Comments. They in the comment section.
You will never go out there and actually each one teach one, pull up one of these black boys that we trying to say, look, man, that gang life ain't good, man. Come on. Let me take you and help develop you. All right, let's get right. They'll never do that. Mm-hmm. But see, when two people sit down and use words hurt cowards.
Words hurt bad. They cut deep.
Words hurt cowards because they can never stand in front of us and have a conversation.
Right.
They can never sit down and debate their stance, but they can sit down and keyboard. What you mean? What you mean we not thugs? What Kanye say? You rather me say I am a?
That's what
I'm about to say the word because y'all getting on my. He said I said I am a god. What you rather me say? I am a.
That part?
Huh?
That and that I think that's coming up a lot in within social media and like the media, the traditional media outlets is. I know there was like a Hispanic dude on Shannon Sharp not too long ago asking about it, and he was talking about using the word, and he's like, "That's just how we grew up." Again, that we sitting here saying that's just how we grew up. It's but you're 25 now.
25 years old.
You can't say my brother the king in anything.
Nothing.
We can't articulate a little bit better.
They gonna say, but that's the culture.
That's the culture. That's the culture that you choose. Remember, you're making a choice. You chose to be a part of the culture that still behaves that way. You had options to get away. You still have options to get it. It's not over. It's not end all be all. There's still hope. There's still a chance for you to get out. But you have to start making choices. You have to start holding yourself accountable, and then you're gonna see the results.
Yeah, it starts with you. Wake up, take care of yourself, then take care of those around you. But if you can't take care of yourself, and then what else? What are we gonna do?
Yeah. You know,
So
real quick too. Like I just seen something the other day, and it got me thinking about mindset. And so like now for me, the easiest win I can have when I wake up in the morning is to make the bed real quick.
mhm.
That's a small victory. So like I've sometimes you get up, you're in a rush or whatever, but it's like, you know what? Nah, let me put the blanket back real fast. If you start your day with that small victory, everything else gets easier.
Yeah,
Cause I'm waking up and I'm putting myself, I had a victory today. Before I do anything else, I've already had a victory. And that's a mindset thing that we're gonna get into, you know, eventually. But like mindset is everything.
it really is though. If you leave the house angry, you're gonna have a bad day.
You're gonna have a bad day.
If you get yourself right before you leave the house, then you got a better chance of having a great day.
You put on that bulletproof vest.
Yeah,
And I don't mean bullets. I mean,
yeah. For all y'all extra,
right.
But what you mean?
What you mean?
Bulletproof vest gonna stop bullets?
Right. You just said that not to be a thug. No, I meant the armor, the thick skin. It helps you out to get through your day because you don't let the little things interfere.
So somebody actually asked me this question a while ago.
Okay.
When does the survival mode expire? At what age do you stop being able to use? Well, I grew up like I came from this, and so the reason why I act like this, and the reason why I'm so angry all the time, the reason why I'm a thug, or the reason why this and that, and I choose not to get a job and be homeless is because of how I was raised or how I grew up.
Right.
When does that expire?
Man, I think it expires the day you become an adult legally.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said before, from the day you become an adult, you make all the decisions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, you're gonna always the notion of I want to be like like I hear kids nowadays. I want to own my own business so that because I don't like people telling me what to do. That's the dumbest I ever heard. It's stupid. Yeah. So you're gonna have a business. What is your business gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna sell. Okay, so you're gonna sell an item to who? People. They're gonna tell you what to make because they're either gonna purchase it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So they're going to if you have a landscaping company and you go out and you cutting grass, and somebody don't like the way you edge the lawn and they want you to do it from this side to that side or whatever, they just told you what to do.
Yeah, you're not gonna cuss them out and say, "No,
I'm the boss." No, the customer is the boss. Entrepreneurship is not necessarily freedom.
No,
it's actually worse.
You're working for the customer,
right?
Every time you sign a contract, every time you sign up with that
invoice,
customer, you are working for them.
You're working for them. You now have a
right.
boss.
Is it more freedom than saying because you can set your own hours, you can do different things?
Right.
Yeah, cool. But however, you have to be even more nice to these customers because you got to make sure that they're returning customers. You got to make sure that they pay the invoice.
Absolutely.
They will dispute that. They would say, "Oh, it wasn't done the way we said it was going to be done. You will not get paid."
A rock hit my window. I'm not paying you. And it's their rock. And their rock bed.
Yep.
So I think that the expiration date expires the day you become an adult. But I also think that we don't do a good job of as a culture in general helping young men become men, right? Like they're not prepared for it.
Yes.
So the other piece is like a number 18 doesn't make you an adult here. It only makes you an adult like by numbers, by days and time on the earth. So like you don't just magically wake up as an adult. That's what preparation is for. You gotta have mentoring training all the way up until so that when it's your day, you're ready to go.
And that's why accountability for our youth is such needed because
Mm-hmm.
they their brain isn't developed till they're 25, 26, right?
Right.
But the world says you're a grown ass man at 18.
Yes, they do.
So if we don't properly prepare them to be a grown ass man at 18, then they won't act like such or at least aspire to be one.
Right.
So again, like talking about the trauma or when does the survival mode expire? Yeah, when it completely expires when your ass
When you
is
out
is out. Like
Yeah.
you 18 and people look at you like it's a grown up. You
Mm-hmm.
going to big boy jail, big boy prison.
Yeah.
But we have to we have to start telling people I don't care where you grew up or how you grew up
Yep.
when it hit a certain point.
Yep.
Because the world does not care. You cannot walk into the job and say, look, y'all should hire me. I want this big boy, big girl job. However, let me just let y'all know now. I grew up in a one parent household.
Yep.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
So, and I give my experience, right? I do not tell a sad story about my life. I'm not gonna say, look, I grew up this way, this and that. No, look, I'm gonna give you. I'm good. Yeah, I'm from New Jersey. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna start off with the exact place. Tell you exactly how bad it is.
Right.
Tell you exactly how I grew up. No, because nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I'm gonna sit there and say, oh yeah, no, I'm from New Jersey. Yep. Oh, South Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, yeah, mom and dad. Yeah, I got a mom and dad. Yep. I'm not gonna go straight into all the ins because again, nobody cares. I need to have you look at me like a grown man
Mm-hmm.
that's here. I'm able to be here. I deserve to be here.
Yeah.
I'm capable of being here because so many times in our culture, you meet another black man and the first thing they gonna do is tell you their sad story first.
The worst part.
Where you from? I'm from Philly.
Yep.
You like, all right, dude, calm down.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm from you. They want to go into like they got to give you the struggle first.
They gotta give
So
you
that
struggle.
way they're trying to prove
Their blackness.
their blackness. And I'm like, dude,
We good.
uh,
I don't care.
yeah, like I don't,
Yeah.
you know, and it's the same thing when it goes into you ever had that conversation with somebody and they got to go back and forth of who had it worse.
Who's tougher? Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, I don't care.
Right. Right.
Like,
Right. They got to be the most traumatic one in the room.
I'm from South Jersey. What part? Like Camden or something? Like, dude, relax.
Right.
I just said South Jersey.
Yeah.
Like, why you trying to check me and see if it's
Bad enough.
bad enough for you or not? Or,
Yeah.
you know, I grew up in Portsmouth. You're like, cool, man. Like, that's what's up, you know? Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah, I laugh, man, because and I think there goes back to that validation piece, right?
mhm,
Like if your story doesn't have tragedy, then you're not black enough.
you know?
And it goes to what we've said in the past, but just again, I think these conversations are so important because they are the foundation of why tearing down masculinity is so bad. But it goes back to the identity piece in the father, bro.
Hmm.
Like when Deion Sanders became a millionaire, got it out the mud, right? Became a millionaire, became a father. He raised all his boys with all of the privileges that he worked so hard to get,
Hmm.
and they succeeded and have victories. That's what it looks like.
That's what we should
That's what it looks like.
aspire to be.
Right? Like it. No one trips when somebody else's son is successful because their father was successful.
Nobody got mad at the
Manning brothers.
the Manning brothers. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
Nobody said, man, they only got. It's like that's what you look at like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's crazy that people find anger in that or like people oppose that to what we're saying.
Yeah.
That shows a direct problem with the culture and the education of it.
It is. And you know it too, and this is gonna piss people off too. But it be the people that didn't come from that environment that's gonna justify that environment.
Thank you.
And so you like overcompensating your blackness to be like, nah, that's just how black people. No, you were raised how black people are raised. You had mom and dad, and like you had a family, and then you defend the BS because you want people to feel like you're black enough. Like, bro, stop.
They looking for the high five.
They want the high five.
They
Like,
like, right?
like yeah, like yo, I supported little Tay Tay and them like shooting people like because they came from the bad neighborhood. So like they must. When I do my job every single day, I make it my personal mission to understand. So I need to understand what you did and why you did it. Help me understand. That's the question I ask people. And then I do genuinely try to understand what's going on. Because I think that's important, right? I need to understand why did you cuss out the teacher instead of reading the paragraph out loud like she asked you to? Man, that class is down, da 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 da. Nah, let's get to the bottom of it, bro. You can't read. So that's why you did it.
That's the problem.
So now I understand why you did it. Now how can we help, right? Because I got to lead, I got to teach, and then I got to inspire, right?
Mhm.
So I have to get you to, I got to understand. And understanding is not condoning. Like when all the BLM stuff was going on years ago and you know, during the pandemic, when people were breaking into Nike stores and taking stuff out of, like going in all the high-end stores, people from the hood going to these high-end places and looting all those stores.
Mhm.
Me and my stepdad, we got into it about it. I said, I understand why they do it. You wasn't raised like that. I wasn't. I hear you. But I understand why they did it because their whole lives, these people live in these neighborhoods. They got to walk. Imagine living in New York City. You walk Times Square every day. You know, not every day, but you have access to where all the glitz and glamour is. But then you got to go back to the hood. So now you have this opportunity to come in and finally get all the things that you've been working hard for and you've been seeing these people have. I understand why you did it, but it was stupid.
Yeah.
It was dumb, but I get why you did it. You wanted to feel what that Louis Vuitton shirt felt like for the first time in your life. But that's dumb. There's a better way to go about it.
That was their time. They had a window of opportunity, and they said,
And they took it.
"Oh, what? Somebody died in Minnesota.
We out.
I'm getting that Louis back."
And there was never a reason for the looting. It was opportunistic.
Very opportunistic. And again, going back to the trauma thing, and some of our culture, or people in the culture, right? They use the trauma as like a badge of honor, right?
Yeah.
So, and they make it seem like that protects them from something, or that makes them more of a man or a warrior or something like that. I'm like, it's just not real. Like you ever see somebody about to fight, and then they go, "Man, I'm from the Chi. I'm from Chicago." I'm like, that's so. Bullets still hit Chicago
everybody.
people.
They hit Chicago people a lot.
These hands will knock a Chicagoan out. Like, but people act like they gotta lead with this. Like,
this
you know where I'm from. Don't nobody care. It doesn't stop you from getting hurt. It makes you look foolish as a grown man, yelling out your whereabouts and where you from. You look foolish. But for some reason, we take that like a badge of honor. Like, oh, I'm about to fight. Let
me tell them where I'm from.
Let me tell you where I'm from first.
It's the same size up that you mentioned earlier. It's just now it's aggressive.
Yeah.
It's the same size up. Like, I never forget, man. I was down at the beach one night, and it was right around Christmas time, and there was these group of dudes, you know, YNs. They weren't called YNs back then, but today would be today's YNs. They out patrolling, looking for something to get into because they can't get in. You know, they can't really get into no establishments down there. They're probably too young. So it was this group of guys, man, group of white kids came outside. They were leaving some bar. They were been drinking, but they all had on ugly Christmas sweaters. Now, mind you, this is before ugly Christmas sweaters was like a thing.
Yeah.
They still had their mom sweaters with the pads on them. Like you can see the shoulder pads from the 80s in the sweater, right? Yo, them dudes, them YNs got whooped so bad. I'm talking about took a bad L. Cause they would, man, you don't
They
it
ain't know
don't
they
matter
ain't
where
know they was fighting the wrestling team.
they ain't know they was fighting the wrestling team. Like them boys was out there tossing bodies on Atlantic Avenue. It don't matter where you from. Like I tell people, or I ain't scared. Yo, fear is not a requirement for an ass
Fear
whooping,
don't
bro.
stop me getting knocked out.
Fear is not a requirement for ass whooping.
I'm gonna give it a story, right? So I remember my first day coming up here to Norfolk State University, right?
Mm-hmm.
So me and my wife Cassandra, right? We go to in a couple of like 3 track girls with us. Went to the Popeyes or the Church's Chicken.
Church of Chicken, okay.
Right now, Cassandra is used to me being home in Jersey with all my boys in my family name holding weight.
Right.
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 So and me just I'm rowdy. I'm fighting everybody. I don't care what it is.
You got everybody.
Man, we get to the Church's Chicken, and these like 3 or 4 guys, they got red bandanas on, all this stuff. They started like coming at the girls. Right? So they come like, yo, dude. So Cassandra gets to cussing them out.
Oh man.
Right? And she looking at me like,
do something.
Yo. I'm like, yo, we good. Let's go. Let's leave. Come on, yo. We gotta go. Look, she was going off at me. Why you would do it? And I said, this ain't Jersey. This is not New Jersey. I cannot call anybody right now.
No one's coming.
We gonna get stumped out and going. And I knew at that minute, yeah, this is different, right?
It's different when you don't got the squad with you.
And she ain't see it that way because she's just like, man, I know she seen me get bucked. Like, but I'm like, yeah, but you remember how big my brother is,
right?
And my cousins is always with us.
Yes.
Like I'm a scurry at home. Like we known for being the biggest, people around the gang family. Like we know. I'm in Norfolk, Virginia, man. Ain't nobody coming. Call the cops.
That's the only people. The only gang I need right now is Norfolk PG.
Call the cops. It humbled me quick, and I ain't no humble person.
Right.
Man, I was in that mug like, look, I ain't trying to act like no bitch, but we got
this ain't gonna go how I need it.
We got to get up out of here, man. They're about to throw down on us in there.
And I think that's that accountability. You held yourself accountable in that moment. You said, yo, I know how to do what I can do, and if something happens, I'll do what I have to do and what I can.
Yeah, I'll defend y'all if it come down to it.
But we have the option to go.
Let's go.
And not get into this.
Because, ma'am, I am a track star at Norfolk State University.
Right. Probably when Norfolk State closed.
I am not here for involvement in any situations.
Right. Look, I left home so I could stop fighting.
Yes.
I'm not gonna start here.
Yeah.
Nah. And that's the difficult part, man. Again, like I said, it's humbling.
Yes.
It's because they look at they look at you as the savior, the hero, the whatever. But like, man, sometimes you gotta. I'm gonna save us by leaving.
You gotta know when to hold them.
You gotta
know when to fold them. You know what I'm saying? And when to get the hell on.
Yeah, and when to go. Sometimes you just gotta get up from the table.
Hey, man.
Yeah. So I definitely understand that. I've been there, done that. Yeah, man. So back into discussing trauma, and one last thing I'm gonna touch on real fast, and that is like people projecting their trauma and experiences onto you, right? So it's gonna go a little left from like what I was talking about, but it's just something that's been on my mind and like something that came up, and something that I'm also seeing happen to someone else, and it's this, right? When we show up in the community, right? Whether it's you at the former gig or me doing what I do, we're not there for the paycheck.
No.
You gotta love what we do to do it, and you gotta be there for the right reasons. Are there some people that are there for bad reasons and not there because always. That's no matter where you are, right? So I feel like, and this goes back to holding young people accountable that we have to deal with. So for me, I was at a gathering, and I feel like somebody tried to kind of attack my character a little bit, and so I said I was talking about the kids I work with, and again, people would not survive if their normal Tuesday. That's just Tuesday. Just one day out of the week that they've had. Your average adult couldn't survive that day mentally, emotionally, stressed. They couldn't handle it. And so, in order to have someone, in order to truly hold somebody accountable, they have to know that you care. Because you don't. Do you really care what the people up the road think about you? No. They can't. There's no accountability because I don't care. So my kids have to know. My students have to know that like I'm there because I love this and I love y'all so much that I want to work. I'm here to work with y'all. I'm here to get y'all better. And so, and I see it happen to another young guy that I work with, and it's like, yo, stop projecting your traumas on us. Like we don't have a history of doing the things that you say we're gonna do, or that you're afraid. That's not when it's on the news. It ain't us. It's not us. Like that's not what we do. So it was not Elijah Muhammad. Farrakhan said
The honorable
the honorable.
Minister Louis Farrakhan. Go ahead. Shout out to yourself.
He said, and this was old. This was on Oprah. It's a clip, and I seen the clip twice. And then the young man at the job was talking to me, and it all came together again. The clip came back, and it said, "What are you so afraid of? We don't have a history as a people of doing things to y'all that you have done to us."
Oh, I seen it. Yep.
So what you're afraid of is that what would happen if we
became empowered.
That we would do, but that's not who we are. It's not who we are naturally. All of the violence, all of the things that have come were put there because you put it there. You don't get me wrong. Back in Africa, there was tribal wars.
There were tribal wars, yeah.
But it was smack up. Everybody go back to, you know what I mean. The violence that exists here. This place started in violence.
Absolutely.
It didn't start peacefully. It started in violence, and so when we see a lot of these things that are portrayed on us, it's or that people are afraid that we're gonna do, it's because that's their lived experience.
Yeah.
And they're projecting it onto us.
This is, you know what, and it's crazy to go to this, right? But if you put a white man walking through the hood is safe.
Say, nobody mess with him.
Because they gonna think he a cop.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody gonna mess with that man.
Nope.
It is way worse for me to be dripped up.
Yep.
Not walking through the hood.
Yeah.
Because they see, they don't.
Humans.
There you go.
Humanized.
We're dehumanized, even to each other.
Even to each other.
And again, talking about invites to the cookout and stuff like that. Man, black folks give the shirt off their back to anybody.
Literally.
Invite anybody to the cookout, do whatever. It's that's of our nature.
Yeah.
Right. But like you said, the Tea Party and all that, the Boston Tea Party and everything. That was a bunch of fighting.
It was war.
It was of each other. It was war.
Yep.
And, you know, again, people put that on us.
Yeah, they put on us like we started the war.
Yeah. And we didn't, but we have to stop. The problem is now we're at war with ourselves because we believe in the stereotypes.
Right.
And going back to the point of this behavior, this episode, is making excuses for bad behavior. When we point out, like, yo, that's not us, like that stereotype, we can't live that.
No.
We all have to stick to that conclusion. Like, yeah, that's not us. Thug. The word thug or thug is not a personality trait.
No, it's not a personality
that you're born
trait at all.
with.
It's not.
It's not something that we teach at church. It's
not
something that your mother and them give you classes and break down. That's not culture, right? So culture is something that's passed down through elders to the youth. It's tradition.
Traditions.
And traditionally, our behavior is not that. Traditionally, our behavior is gathering with family, laughing, music, having a good time. That's who we are traditionally. Getting fly is a cultural thing.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
And we're getting past that. And what they're trying to do, the media, and I'm including movies, music,
Yeah, anything entertainment.
anything entertainment, is trying to take our culture and influence it to be negativity.
Yep.
The movie Sinners. Did you get to watch the movie Sinners?
I haven't seen it yet. No.
I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown. Pretty much, it says that there's vampires or culture vultures, right?
Okay.
That is coming and taking that culture, like the natural in the movie. It's all about just getting dressed up, having a good time, community. Like everybody that's what it is. Church, family, friends, unity. And the vampires are coming and say, hey, we got something for you. Let me get a piece of that culture that you call it. And I'm gonna take it and demonize it. So they trying to take the culture and turn them into vampires and make it a negative thing.
Okay.
Right? So that's the subliminal meaning behind that movie. And a lot of people think it's just a vampire movie.
They don't understand.
They don't get that deep root. And that's what's happening to us.
Yeah.
They're taking the 80s and 90s blood crip culture and say, hey, this who we are.
Everybody.
Like,
and if you don't behave this way, you're not black.
You're not black. And y'all dumbasses is believing it. That's what's making me mad.
Yeah.
I came in here actually pissed off today because it's like,
why? Like, I mean, and again, understand, right? I understand why people feel the way they feel and why they behave the way they behave, but we have to do better.
We gotta change.
We gotta change. Like, stop letting the good parts get demonized and the bad parts be praised.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
That's literally what it is.
Like, culture is tradition, and like you said, man, it's passed down. And there are, like, the thug stuff is a part of, it's a piece, but it's not the.
Yeah, it's not a monolith. It's not the only thing.
It's not. Yeah.
So do we love rap? Is rap a part of our culture?
Right. Yes. Absolutely 100%.
Rap music is a part of our culture.
Right.
But gangster rap is not
the only form
of rap for black people, right?
Yeah.
It is not.
It didn't even start that way.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't define us. And and I'm gonna even speak on the rap piece. Listen, as much as I love rap music, even gangster rap, it is probably the worst thing that ever happened to the black community.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You're literally making music about the genocide of your own people.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. It's literally about the genocide of us, and that is what is most promoted to our people.
Yeah, dress like this, be like this, behave like this, and you will become famous.
And again, do I love it? Yes, I was indoctrinated into that. But guess who my favorite rapper is? Lupe Fiasco. He ain't rapping about all that. And when I was growing up listening to Lupe Fiasco, people was like, man, you corny. That's corny. Why you listen to that? I'm like, yo, this is conscious rap. Like, you hear that? He giving game.
Yeah, he's talking.
I wasn't listening to no Chief Keef and Waka Flocka and all that. Yeah. To me, it was like, that's stupid. Now, 50 Cent, let me show you how bad I think the rap game is, though. When I was probably, 7, 8 years old, and I'm listening to 50 Cent, Many Men and all that.
Yeah.
I thought that Many Men was wishing death upon me, dog.
You believe that it was happening to you?
Why is 7 years old? I know that word from word. And I thought Many Men was wishing death upon me.
You thought it was you.
I believed that. I walked out the house in character mode. Like,
they about to take me out.
Don't look to the sky no more. Bro, I thought it was that. Why is a 7, 8-year-old kid, you really believe in this?
Because that's the only thing that they see. It's the only thing that they hear. It's the only thing. Like, I didn't even really let my son start listening to, like, whatever's happening now till he was, like, in, like, 7th grade. Like, last year. He just started listening to it. Now he plays it all loud in the house, and I'm like, but I had to condition him. Yo, you see how you live? All right. So whatever you listening to, they try to get away from. They would in a heartbeat trade their childhood for yours.
Absolutely. They would, but You know what, man? I don't even know. I think that growing up in the hood is so cool now. It's some people who wish they grew up in the hood.
That yes,
Word up. It's some
those are the
kids
people
who
that
wish they was like, man, I wish I was
man, I
over
wish
there.
I was man. That would have been more fun. I would have been. I could have been.
You get what I mean? Like
No,
what you say now that I think in hindsight, you know, those people you talk about, those rappers would be like, man, like I just wanted a good mom though.
right, because that's
I
the life
just
they gave their
yeah,
kids.
I just wanted a good dad.
Yeah,
But when at the
when
time,
you're making millions,
but at the time, that's the coolest story they ever had. That's why they rapping about it.
it is a cool story.
They did why they telling the story over and over again. Though it's some young boys who don't need to do hood shit.
That's the
And
ones
they
I'm
are
talking
out
about.
there portraying their life as hood rats.
That's the ones I'm talking about.
And I'm like, why are you trying so hard? It's because that's the positive picture that's being pushed.
Mm-hmm.
Is
The
yo,
only
go be
way,
a thug, man.
the only way to get rich is to do this. And again, man, I know we all grew up, you know, with whatever was in style when you was young, right?
Mhm.
Like, I mean, I'm about to age myself, but when I was coming up, man, like Rockaway was cool, bro. I feel like I'm kind of old, like, but like Fubu was cool at some point, like, you know what I'm saying? Those, yes, we did those things, but like, it's how you wear, it's how you present yourself.
Yeah.
But we've allowed the negativity to take the positive.
Yeah, we allowed it to be cooler to be a crip
Mm-hmm.
than to be a cool kid or a regular kid,
Be smart,
right? That's what today is trying to push on
right?
the youth and on the culture.
Yeah.
And again, growing up, I thought that was the coolest thing ever, bro. Like I literally I wanted to be like 50 Cent or whoever. Like that's what I was trying to do.
You wanted a bulletproof vest and everything.
Dude, it was a point in my life as a teen, and I'm telling you, any young boy from the hood gonna tell you, I just thought getting locked up or something was a part of my life.
Part of the
Like
process.
I was gonna one day go to jail,
Mm-hmm.
and then everybody welcomed me home, and then
That's my
one
party.
day I was gonna get shot
Mm-hmm.
or stabbed, and I was gonna come back like yeah, and tell the cool story of yeah, they said I died, you know, 3 times on the operating table. Cause that's what they're gonna tell the stories of.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna happen, but that was conditioned
Yeah,
through
absolutely.
the music, you know?
Yeah, nah, and you know, just speaking on that real fast too, like the look at how much attention 50 got as a gangster, right? But when he started going like corporate and started, he became a sellout. He became like I don't know, man.
50 Cent wears suits now.
He does. He dresses up.
50
Like,
Cent ain't
he said
doing the
he's going to
same.
board meeting.
He is not wearing bulletproof vests and bulletproof looking tank tops no more. He grew up.
I don't even think people try to fight him. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know. Yes, you need security for crowd control, but it ain't back in the day when you was like somebody was on your head.
It's no longer many men wishing death upon 50 Cent. Like
I don't
50
think so.
Cent a
That's
rich
like
dude
2 or
that
3.
just get on the internet and talk his shit
He talk crazy.
and go.
I think it's like 2 or 3 dudes that wish it, but yeah, man, it's tough when again that is the portrayal of the culture, right? Because 50 came out with like 2002, 2003.
Probably around there, yeah.
Lupe came out not too far after that.
Yeah, I'd say probably like 06, 07.
06, 07, and Kanye came out
Around that same.
you know,
Yeah.
it's like a little span when we got these 2 conscious dudes from Chicago. Because if you listen to Kanye's first couple albums, like, you know, couldn't afford a car, so she named her daughter Alexis.
Ooh.
Like that, this little lines like that. Like, you know, he's been saying stuff, you know, and but they didn't get the same. It took Kanye a long time to really get that push.
Yeah, absolutely.
That and Lupe never got it.
No, he only became.
I don't know if he wanted it, but he never got it either.
He couldn't because that wasn't the cool stuff.
Nah, it's like Joyner, was it Joyner Lucas? That's his name.
Yeah.
Like he's never gonna get the push.
He's not talking about killing enough people.
Jay Electronica, guys like that, they're not getting the push, and so, but everybody will get the push and it can't rap.
And that's the point of it. Of this whole thing is they're pushing negativity.
Mm-hmm.
If it's positive in any way, it's not going to go to mainstream because we're being fed that our culture has to be negative. It got to be thug. It got to be
Mhm.
murder. It got to be drugs. That's the stuff. There's no reason Lil Durk is bigger than Lupe Fiasco or
Right.
Jay Electronica. But the
Right.
reason he is because he pushed negativity.
He pushed the talk, you know.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we as a culture got to say, we're done praising bad behavior.
Yeah.
We're done making excuses for bad behavior. And what we're going to do is we're going to promote positivity. We're going to keep telling kids, pull your pants up.
Put your pants up. Stop cussing in the mall. Stop walking through the mall playing that nonsense on speakerphone. You got put it in.
Put some headphones on.
Put some headphones on. We all listen. Again, we've admitted we've all listened to it.
Yeah.
We've listened to it and continue to listen to it, and we'll continue to listen to
I'm
it.
probably about to throw some gangster stuff on right now
On the way home.
on the way home.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
But
I'm not going out there to live it.
no, and I'm not promoting it, and I'm old enough to not be indoctrinated by it. But I do hope that as a culture we can go away from it.
Yeah.
That's my hope, man. But
I do.
this has been a fun episode. It's been a charismatic episode.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I believe that we've said the word accountability so many times. Like it's a part of this journey.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think real fast, where does your we've done a lot of talking today. Where's the teachable for you?
The teachable moment in this is the lesson. Stop letting outside influences influence us in here, our culture.
Mm-hmm.
Stop letting the movies, the big rap labels, the news outlets, stop letting them tell us what our culture is and what's appropriate. Stop allowing gang culture, uh stop allowing, negative rap, negative images to show us.
Mm-hmm.
That's not who we are. And I'm gonna say it again. The culture is not black culture. Let's get back to black being family, music, love,
Gathering,
dancing, learning, sports, strength, kings, queens. Let that be the culture. Things that are passed down through principles, through family. Let that be black culture. Don't look at another black man and say, you're not black enough because
you're not
you ain't from the hood. That's not who we are. So that's the teachable moment. Let's make our culture what it really is and not what somebody else tells us it should be.
Yeah. I agree. 100%.
You like it?
I love it.
Hey, man.
I love it. I love the teachable moments. You know, some days you teach, some days I teach. I think it's very important that we give some,
Yeah, we definitely gotta end it on that.
And you also inspired in that. So
Mm-hmm.
we did talk, teach, and inspire. So you got a chance to do all three. So
I love it, man. A lot more to come.
Yeah.
We about to start throwing out a lot of clips.
A lot of
a lot of other things that other videos and stuff coming up. So like, comment, subscribe, getting them comments.
Yeah,
if you say something stupid in the comments, we're gonna ignore it because I'm not arguing with a dummy, right? And yeah, so we're gonna ignore it. But if you say something good, something fun, something positive, I'm gonna get in there and say thank you, brother, appreciate it, keep supporting. But I'm not arguing with nothing stupid. So keep the comments coming. If it is something negative, we'll argue with you on the podcast. We'll come in here and address it.
Yeah, we'll address it.
But I ain't about to go back and forth with stupid people.
Nah, I'm not internet typing. So I got a whole life.
Yeah, I really do. So yeah, we done with that bullshit. Let's continue to grow and develop the culture. Again, I'm Rome the Rula.
I'm Nick Franklin, a social introvert. It's been real. We appreciate y'all, man.
And for all the haters, I'm gonna end it like this.